Hello, and welcome to this lesson on different types of goods. First, we're going to look at something called excludability. This means that people can be prevented from using this good if they do not pay for it. And then we're going to look at rivalry. This means that one person's use prevents another person from using it. Based off of these two things, we have four types of goods. First, we have goods which are excludable and rival. These are called private goods, things like food, clothes, cars, shoes, and smartphones. Then we have things which are excludable but not rival. These are called club goods, things like toll roads, subscription services, and gym memberships. We have things which are non excludable but are rival. These are called common goods, things like natural water sources, fish, and trees. And then we have non excludable and also non rival goods. These are called public goods. These are public parks, national defense, street lights, things like that. Each type of good has its own problems associated with it. So, private goods have the problems of inequality because access is restricted if you don't pay for it. Externalities, the private costs might not reflect the social ones, and imperfect information or information asymmetry, where not everybody knows all of the information. Then we have problems with public goods. First, we have free riders. There's no incentive to pay to use a public good because everybody gets it no matter what. It's not rival and it's not excludable. Then we also have externalities. The private benefits might not reflect the social ones, even with public goods. We also have government power. As you provide more public goods, government power usually grows, and that might reduce some personal freedoms. Then we have common goods. The main problem with common goods is called the tragedy of the commons. This happens because individuals act on their own self interest and they're going to overconsume the resource, and this might lead to long term declines in its availability, which is going to provide negative externalities for the rest of society. And then finally, we have the problems with club goods. Normally, these markets are dominated by a few number of firms, so you might have things like imperfect competition, like a natural monopoly where a firm takes too much power. And you might also have price discrimination where firms are going to make it so that each person has to pay exactly what they're willing to pay for it, and one person might pay more and one person might pay less, and this might lead to restricted access because people might not be able to afford it since they're paying a way higher price than they would have otherwise. That's all for this lesson. See you next time.